Okay, we've booked in to the campground. $60 a night for an unpowered site. I got myself a little map here, which I don't know whether I can read. Okay, here, left again. Let's go. Let's see if we can find the campsites. Oh, look at this glass on the ground. Take off, boys and girls. Oh, here we are. Oh, yeah. Oh no, camp on any grassy area. I remember this place. God, I'm getting soaked. They've got the sprinklers on. Any grass? I'm going down here. Let's have a look. Grassy areas. Cabins, coach base, Sart pool. That's the pool bar. Okay. Pool bar. Long rigs only. Area 7, long weeks. There you go. No open doors. So, let's have a looky. I think I'm done. Well, I've got this area, and if I set my little rig up, there's nobody else around, and the amenity block is just across the way. How convenient would that be? So that's what you pay $60 a night for, and I can probably do some washing in there and hang it up. Oh, you know what I forgot to get? More pegs. Huh. Now what you just witnessed was a set-up camp. Now normally that would be at the end of the day, and as it's only 10:30 in the morning and I left at 7:20 from site 203, I think it was, the limestone parking camping area. So normally I'd be having a beer, but as it's only 10:30, I'm having a glass of milk. Beautiful and cold. Might just have a little wander through the caravan park here at Nitmiluk. Over there are cabins which you can hire. There are a couple of the little, well, that's like the little tent that I had at Kings Creek. These are the facilities, and this is the gents. We'll have a little wander into the gents. They're very, very clean, so you'll see. Very nice. And then we do have a laundry. Now this is very interesting to me. We have a laundry, okay, and it doesn't appear to be coin operated because now you pay here. Put your MasterCard on there, but it doesn't say how much it is. I'm not sure whether that says, this is washer 4 and that's washer 5, and price is $5 there. It says it on there, so you can actually put money in there apparently, which is good because not everybody has a card, I guess. Now over there is more camping areas, and I'm at the very back end, as far away as I could get from everything. This is called the tent village. That's for long rigs, those who have those gigantic big long things. And then we have a swimming pool over here. This area here is for coach camping, and this is the swimming pool. Oh, very la-di-da. I'll pop the GoPro above the thing. There we go. Look at that. Hey. And they'll have a restaurant there. Anything to help you park yourself from your money. And these are powered sites. And no outside food or beverage. We are a licensed, well, they're licensed as well. Fantastic. Go and have a beer while you're having a swim. These grassed areas here, these are also for camping, but as you can see, they put the sprinklers on and you'd be sort of hard pressed to make camp while the water was going. So I'm at the top end now of the literally the top end of the caravan park here, and down, I'm way over in the back, as you know, and then we're going to head down this little pathway. This is the area where I came in, and I drove down past that pink fence. In the back there is also a place called Kuinda Lodge, which I might have a look at later. Visitors Day car park, I suppose, when you want to come and just don't want to spend $60 to spend the night here. You come for the day. Well, it's official, we're at Nitmiluk, which used to be called Katherine Gorge. Now we're going to have a little wander into the visitor centre and we'll show you what's in there before somebody says no photos. Cicada Lodge, not Kuinda. Kuinda's up on the Jabiru way. The what do I call it? Kakadu National Park. Alright, we'll have a wander into the visitor centre. And we've got a restaurant. And we've got an outdoor viewing area. Nitmiluk Cafe. Oh, isn't it nice? Wonderful. You can get everything you want here. I'm going to ask the young ladies who booked me in if they have a map of the walks. Cicada Lodge. And I'm not sure what it's about. It's probably accommodation. I'd say it's accommodation. Okay. Well, I must say that the signs to the walking trails leave a little bit to be desired. They have all these bike trails now. This is actually one that I apparently am on. Now I'm looking at this here map and it says you are here. You can't see that. But anyway, I'm trying to get onto, I think they call the Barrowile Lookout Walk or something. It's 900 metres up there and you walk up a trail and you get to look down on the gorge. I was there once, but by shit, everything changes after a couple of years. Jalk Warak, two-way, two-boat ramp, 400 metres. Well, at least that tells me now where I want to go. Then we have a sign that says, pedestrians, okay, make way for the bikes. Everybody who rides a bike, you've got right away. Okay, and as you see, they've been burning up here too. This is going to take, I hope this is taking me the right way, guys. I seem to be going away from the boat ramp. The bloody signs, because I'm supposed to be going to the boat ramp, but if I turn around that way, if you were coming back, it says visitor centre where that red arrow is. So I'm assuming there's a bit of traffic heads this way. Jesus, that says picnic area and boat ramp. We're on the right track. God. And look, there's a billabong. I'm just going to follow the red arrows now. Well, not the red arrows because they're an aerobatic team. If you want to come here for a picnic from Katherine, I'm heading towards the boat ramp. I said earlier I thought we'd left Moab country, but we haven't. Found the sign to my Barroweye Lookout there, and I just had a little chat to the bus driver in the Go West Tours bus, and they actually do this 7 days a week, and it's passengers off the Gan, the train, which I think goes from Adelaide up to Darwin, and you know, they come off the train and they come here, they get off the train at Katherine and they do a tour. This is big money. Here will be the boat ramp. We won't go too close to the edge in case there's a crocodilius down there, but oh, look at this, this is nice. Right. Well, actually, we don't need to go down the boat ramp, we can go up here. I'll tell you what, they have, there's some really nice little grassy areas around. What are we looking at here? We're looking at Nitmiluk visitor safety, stay hydrated. Oh no, I was going to go down there and it says no access authorised. Well, I was going to walk down there, but obviously access is restricted because you'll notice that there are some bars missing off that walkway there. So, oh, we can't have people go down there, they might fall in the river and get eaten by a crocodile. Anyway, and there's the touristy boats, which obviously aren't operating either. Well, I come away from that little area where there was restricted access at the boat ramp, and I've lost the track. I don't know where the bloody hell I'm going now. The signage is shit. Absolute frickin' crap. So I'm walking through here. It's really nice and grassy and shady, but I haven't a clue where I'm going, and I've got a map, which is the next thing to useless. But I'm still trying to find my Barrowell lookout. There's a tourist boat. There's a tourist boat. All those people. Hundreds of dollars, no doubt. Yay! Have fun. Here we are. Hello, folks. We've got an American who's narrating the Dreamtime stories. Oh, wonderful. Along the walk. It doesn't have any arrows on it. Oh, yes, it does. I was going to say I might have to climb that thing to get my bearings, but look, there's an arrow on the tree. Go this way. Thank goodness. Excuse me, people, if I am starting to sound very, very cynical, because this is pretty woeful for what it's supposed to be. Maybe I am just a grumpy old man, but I don't care. But I hear people coming up the track. Anyway, this is, I'm still trying to get my bearings. I know I've done this walk before, but it's looking a little bit different to me. This little part is actually quite similar to Winjana Gorge in places when you walk through. Very nice, very nice. However, like all good things, this trail comes to a brief but sudden stop, and I'm now faced with this. However, we've done it before. They've painted the handrails. We're going to do it again, just so that you people can share in this. Well, I'm faced with a dilemma. I've come there. This is coming up the hill. This bit here goes that way, but this one goes that way. Now I think at the top of the stair there's probably a big water tank, but I've got a bottle of water. Come and walk up the stairs with me, and we'll have a little look as we traverse, and I get my breath back. There's a boat down there in the distance. Can you actually see it? There he goes. Okay. Helico Peter. Up in the sky. Those nice treaded rungs for the rocks. Oh yeah. I think I'm almost at the peak of the lookout. I do remember this place. Oh yeah. Woo! And here we are. Cobalt Gorge is like this, and we've got a walkway, a glass floored walkway across to the other side, and the boat battery, so there's no sound. Yeah. That's an empty boat. And I think, really, this is as far as I'm going to go, because I know that it just goes up to a big flat area, and then you have about a 1.8k trip back to the camp. See? Here he goes. In there.
Cool.
Did you know? I found myself using this little metho thing more and more. It is so effective just for like one person, as you can see. Because I didn't have breakfast this morning, I'm actually cooking not bacon and eggs, hash browns. I got some hash browns and I thought that'll do, have them. Got to use up the sausages that I had. But hey, this thing's working out fine. Little metho stuff. Yeah, from a convenience point of view, for one person, one little, what do you call it, container full of methylated spirit is enough to heat your fry pan up, cook your hash brown and your egg and sausage, and also have some fuel left over to boil your water for your tea or coffee. So I'm really taken with it. It's a real old style way of doing it. It has some mystique to it, I would say. Pretty good. This morning we're having sausage, bacon and egg on toast. We'll turn that off now. It's done. And we're all set up over there, and it's a lovely morning here at Nitmiluk. Hey. The galahs are feeding over there on the road. Trying to get them to come up on the trees, but the guys are cleaning up behind me and they sort of scared them off a bit. But anyway, recall that I think it was on the Marini Lookout or the Marini Loop that I came across these two magnificent buses, and here they are in Katherine Park, and they are just beautiful. Look at that, old style buses. It's funny because, well, there's a big history to these buses, and the owner there, David Baker, written on the bike. This is an old Ansett Pioneer bus, imported, one of 70 odd I think David said, imported into Australia by Reg Ansett, but because of the tariffs imposed in those days, the government insisted that Ansett power them with British running gear and engines, etc. And They are magnificent. They're beautiful, as you can see. Now what a treat. And they're going to do the Gibb River Road. Good on them. Fantastic. Apparently there are 2 school groups and this is one of them, and I saw them all traipsing off this morning. They're probably doing history lessons, and then there's another group over there with their little tents all set up. It's amazing what kids can get to do these days, eh? Big camps like that. I pity the teachers. Oh, and there's those beautiful buses. What a privilege to see them, eh? What a privilege. That's history. They were built in the 1950s. Well, just because I'm on the road doesn't mean I can't do my washing. I do have a big machine next to me, but I did some washing the other day, but this is stuff that I had on and I noticed it was getting a bit dirty, so we'll wash it in the sink. Nice hot water, warmish water. The thing about these places is they don't have plugs because people seem to steal the plugs. Well, I'm at the pool and I'm going to go and have a swim. Anyway, just so that we orient ourselves, let's have a look around. I'm sitting under a nice umbrella in the shade. It's not very warm actually today. It's supposed to be 29, but it might get there later in the day. It being only about 11 o'clock or so at the moment. Anyway, I'll get in before all the little kiddies get here, because there are a few of them.
Bloody hell, it's cold.
Well, caravan parks actually are turning more into holiday resorts. I suppose that's been the trend for many years, but this pool is actually, it's licensed, so you can get a drink here if you wish, like an alcoholic drink, and they even serve food. It's a lovely area, all calculated to get the tourists to part with their hard-earned cash. This is the sort of road. At the back of where I'm camped, there were a lot of people, pedestrians, who sort of came walking past the tent. And I thought I'd go and have another little look and see where they're coming from. And it turns out that there is that Campground, Gary Lock or something, youth campground. No unauthorised pedestrian traffic or vehicular traffic without the authority or the recommendation of the park rangers. And the reason that I was trying to find this out was because when I was here before, I have this, I had a memory of the camping ground, and I just can't seem to orientate myself as to where I was camped previously in this campground that I am in now. And it's a bit of a puzzle because I always have I always say I have a good memory, but now my memory escapes me. And what is happening, of course, is that these things are being changed. Like everything that we do is being controlled. Some authority somewhere is controlling what we do. And I start to really object to a lot of that, because once upon a time you used to be able to go virtually anywhere. Now it's get a permit for this, get a permit for that, don't go there, keep out of here. I'm actually thinking that this is the staff quarters, and this is where the pedestrians, because I do, late at night there were people walking down past my tent with torches, and I thought, well, where are you going? And that's why I'm curious, you see. I'm a curious sort of a person, and I think that this is the staff quarters where they put them out. You'll notice that there's not as clean and pristine as everywhere else. I mean, this starts to look like a junk heap, and yet next door in the campground, oh, it's all hunky-dory and clean, and you know. And this is the path through to my little campsite. So obviously that's where these people are coming from. Down here. So as we walk back in here, you can see the beast through there. And there's where I'm camped. And I just don't recollect this camping area. I have to go through some of my very old videos and find out where I was when I was here last. This must look familiar to you, Ryan. You probably hired one of these things, I think, when you came here. Bet that brings back memories. Well, I thought I'd give the cafe a go, and I came here at 12:30. I'm having a cappuccino. I know it's late in the day for a cappuccino, but hey, when you're on holiday, you do these things. And I could sit in air-conditioned comfort, but I wanted to get the view, and so look at the view here. The river is down there, if you can make it through the trees, okay? And then we have the outdoor dining area. And the young fella's given me a uni-page thing, so I might end up having to go in and get it, or he said he could bring it out when he was ready. And over there in the foreground, there is the probably where I walked yesterday, up that way. Okay, well, we're in the Nitmiluk gift shop, and they've won lots of awards. There's bumblebees, things, original art, crafts. J1 Association, sharing our country. Banat Jal, Strongbala Women Group. Interesting. Made in Bangladesh. It's really sad when souvenirs of Australia are made in China. For God's sake, come on. I don't know what these things are, but they have a tag on them saying they're acrylic on wood. It's like a log that's painted. $395. Cheap at the price, I'd say. Well, after my coffee, I thought I'll take a little bit of a wander, and I saw the sign that says Southern Walks. Now, Jalk Warrak, I don't know. Two-way. Okay. 2 Southern Walks. I think I'll just go this way, because the other way looks like it's going up a hill. Well, there we go. Sign says it all. Closed. No trail access. Closure due to seasonal conditions. Well, there you go. I'm not allowed to go there. Although the sign says no entry. I believe I'm camped over there somewhere. So, we're walking in the cabins. Yes, now I know where I am. I'm over here behind those cabins. Hang on, mate. These are the newish cabins that on that yellow sign. They were telling us how they've invested in those. This is a school group, of course. We've seen these little guys before. And these are the sort of like glamping cabins, my friends, in the buses. So there, we've done the full circle, not much else. And over there, behind that orangey building, is where I am. Hey! Well, sunset, and I think it's the 21st of May, and I'm packed up and I'm ready to leave in the morning from Nitmiluk, or Katherine Gorge, and I think I might start heading home tomorrow. Had a good night's sleep there last night. There was nobody else around at all in that section of the caravan park where I was, which is good. But there were people walking past as I did that walk yesterday down through what I think is the staff quarters. At all times of the night you can hear footsteps, people walking past, so they must have like staggered shifts. And I must admit I was in bed pretty early last night after packing up yesterday. And the kids from the school groups, geez, they were up at Sparrow Fart this morning. Before the sun even rose, you could hear them yelling and screaming. God knows how the teachers put up with it. Who'd want to be a teacher? My two daughters are teachers. Well, you'd have driven this road, Ryan, coming back out when you were here, what, last year was it? 29 k's from the gorge to the town. Two bicyclists, I think it's a tandem. Yep, righto. They're practicing for Le Tour, which is coming up soon in June, I think. Did you call into that shot, Brian? The rod and rifle? Okay, well we're now going to the Victoria Highway.